How's it going, ladies and gents? Let's be real, it's mainly gents that are probably tuning in. It is day 12 of the 30-day check-in challenge. So as always, let's go ahead and do Siwe in 3, 2, 1. The screenshot of my steps for today. And alright, so weight this morning was, I believe, 94.6 kilos. So lost about another half a kilo or so, which is pretty good. And I believe the steps were around 23,000. Now, I do want to add, it's about 11:30 p.m. tonight. And I've probably gone, maybe I've gone slightly over my calorie requirement for today, but I have done a few more steps than usual, and I did hit the gym today as well. So I think all that taken into account, I'm probably tracking on par with what my TDEE was, my total daily energy expenditure. But most likely tomorrow I'll either gain a few hundred grams or stay the same, or I'll be around 95.2 again, possibly. But we shall see. I was actually quite surprised this morning because I thought I ate slightly over my calorie intake. Like I said, I am tracking these things, but every now and again, like if I have a few grapes or a small little, my missus got these snacks from China. They're like these little root vegetables with sriracha sauce. They're probably only about 30 calories, but if I have one of two of them, I'd say I'm about 95% strict with my calorie counting. In terms of those things, I don't really count them because all the macros on the back are in Mandarin, and to be honest, I just really can't be bothered to track those ones. But for the most part, I'm staying fairly in track with the calories I have. But yeah, I'm actually, compared to where I was, say, a week and a half ago, well, let's just say 12 days ago before I started the challenge, I would consistently overeat on the weekend. But these 2 weekends, I've pretty much either been under my calories or like on par with what my calories should be. Like I said, my total calories are 2,700. That's the total max. But that's not taken into account if I'm working out and doing exercise as well. So more than likely my TDEE is about 3,400 calories. And I'm definitely probably at max maybe hitting 3,000 if I'm going over that 2,700. So either way, I'm in a deficit based on my TDEE. So I'm definitely not going to be going up in weight. I'm either going to be staying the same or losing. And I shouldn't say going up in weight. I might have a few days where the grams, like it's 300 grams more, but I'm not going to be gaining, 1.5 kilos, 2 kilos, and then continuing that pattern. It's the whole reason why I made this check-in challenge, or one of the main reasons was to keep that in check by reporting my weight at the start of these videos so it doesn't get out of hand. But another bigger part, and honestly this is what I'm most happy with currently, is just posting these videos consistently pretty much every day. Like I said, last night I fell asleep, but I did one this morning for yesterday. So now this one I'm doing at night is for day 12. So even though technically it's day 12 today and I did day 11 in the morning, this one tonight is for today. So with that being said, let's go over today. Today was pretty good. Like I said, woke up, well, I didn't say this, but let me say this. I woke up around 8:45-ish. I went to bed about 10 o'clock or something last night. I was quite tired. I've had a few days this week with work where I've just been getting about 4 hours sleep. Really bad, I know. I'm a glutton for punishment, what can I say? It's just hard to kind of get myself to go to bed at the times I know I should be, seeing as I have to get up for work at around 4:40 to 5 a.m. 5 a.m. is like the latest I can get out of bed. But seeing as I wake up around that time, I should be in bed by about 9, or I should at least be asleep by 9:30 at the latest, to at least get a good 7 to 8 hours of sleep. But it's just hard for me sometimes. I'm a bit of a night owl, so yeah. But yeah, definitely yesterday I caught up on a lot of that sleep. Yeah, I had a good sleep, a good long sleep. So I woke up a bit earlier this morning. Decided to go and hit a little impromptu gym session. I wasn't really planning on going to the gym today. At least I had that in my head, that I wasn't going to go to the gym today. But when I woke up, I was like, I'll just hit a little impromptu session. You know, I've been lifting long enough that I kind of know what exercises will do what for me. So sometimes I just like to go in and do a bit of a mix-up. Just do some exercises that are fun to do that I like doing. I like doing push-ups a lot. So I did some of them. Bag work, sometimes I'll just go in there and kind of hit the bag, focus on my technique with my hooks and my straights and my crosses, and just my movement in general. And that was what I was doing today. It was also focusing on some pull-ups, because that's probably my weakest area. So yeah, I was doing some pull-ups, and I think I also decided to incorporate some heavy kettlebell carries. I just did three rounds of those, which was pretty good. I haven't really done that before, but I've seen a few people in the High Thermos Discord talk about it, and I know Elisha talks about it in his videos. I've heard people talk about it before. I think my brother does it too, and he's quite a strong fella. So I thought, I'll start incorporating that into my routine as well. And yeah, that felt good. It was a good little mix-up to my usual training routine. I think it's good to kind of mix that up every now and again, especially if you've been lifting for a while. It's good to just go in there and try some new exercises. And yeah, I did some deadlifts as well. Oh no, I think it was yesterday I did the deadlift, sorry. I try to incorporate some heavier deadlifts now. Just heavier exercises, heavier compound exercises in general. So deadlifts yesterday, and also some overhead presses, which I also did some more of today. Got up to about 60 kilos on the overhead press, about 4 reps. Which is pretty good for me, because I haven't been doing them lately. So that's just, yeah, going back into those after at least probably 6 months of not doing them. It's pretty good. And my deadlifts going well. I don't really do deadlifts a lot. I haven't really ever done them a lot in the past. But I started to slowly incorporate them, doing like 3 sets of 10 at about 80 kilos, which is about, God, I don't know how to translate that for Americans, maybe 175, 180 pounds. But now I got it up that I'm doing some heavier heavier weight for 3 reps or something like this, and I got up to about 120 kilos for 3 reps yesterday, which is pretty good. I think 120 kilos is probably equal to about 250, 260 pounds maybe. So yeah, I was happy with that. And apart from the gym, I also decided to today take a little trip. I thought I'll just, I know my missus, my lady, has been wanting to go out, get out of the house a bit, and sometimes you just got to get out of the house sometimes. It's good for your mental, it's good for your brain, just to get out there and do something new, something a little interesting, break the routine, the monotonous drudgery that life sometimes seems like it can get caught into. But it never is caught into that, because you're the ultimate creator of what you want to do and where you want to go in this life. So knowing that information, I decided to actually put it into practice, and I picked a random place on Google Maps, somewhere close enough that I wouldn't be doing like a crazy long trip to get there and get back. I wouldn't be going my whole day, but somewhere that was far enough away that it was new and somewhere we hadn't been. So I ended up choosing a little place west of where I'm at in Wollongong. It was a place called Appen initially that I chose. So it's about half an hour, 35 minutes from my place. So after the missus finished her pole dancing practice, took her in the car, Went up to one of the local bakeries there, ended up getting a pie, and kind of looked around, and I was like, it's a very small kind of country town. So I thought, it might not be the best in terms of sightseeing. There might not be a lot of cafes to go to and try some different stuff, because we did want to eat out today. So then I looked at the map and I thought, there was another town about 10 minutes away, called Rosemeadow, which is also further south of another town called Campbelltown, which is a bigger central town. So ended up going there instead. We went to Rosemeadow, and then we ended up going to Campbelltown. We actually ended up going to a mall in Campbelltown called MacArthur Square, which was nice. Walked around there. I ended up getting a cheesecake and some Vietnamese food. Place looked really nice, the Vietnamese food, and for what I gave them, it was about $28. I got a good decent meal out of that, as well as the cheesecake, which was $5, decent size, which I'm always happy with. Some places you go, man, you get cakes and they're like that big and they charge you like $8, and it's like, that's a bit too rich for my blood. Call me petty, call me Mr. Cheapskate, it's fine, I am. So yeah, did that. Then there was a CEX, which is like a local retro game supplier here in Australia, mainly in Sydney, like New South Wales, Melbourne, and I think Queensland are where they're at the moment. And I usually try to, I really want to have a goal. I have a goal of going to every single one in New South Wales. I've gone to quite a few already, probably about 10 or so. But there was one in Campbelltown that I hadn't been to yet. So I said to the missus, I said, honey, we've got to go there. There's no ifs and buts about it. We're going. Come on, let's go. So took her in the car after MacArthur Square, made our way to the mall, and I decided to check out the CEX there, which was quite good. It's a very organised shop compared to some others I've been to. They mainly sell like PS2 games, PS3, your PS4, PS5 as well. But like a lot of DVDs, Blu-rays, old Nintendo consoles, games, old laptops. It's pretty much a trade-in store, but they do have a focus on retro stuff. And I love collecting retro games. I have I'm building up my PS2 collection at the moment, but I have a bunch of PS3 games, maybe about 60 or so. I have a PS3, I have 2 PS2s. One of them is normal, one of them's a modded one, which is awesome, has like over 500 games on that. And I've got a PS1 as well, but only one game for that so far. So yeah, that's just something I've really enjoyed doing. It's a little hobby of mine. When I have the money, I don't, put it on my credit card or do anything. I don't even have a credit card. But I don't go and like make myself broke by buying these things. I do it every now and again when I have the money. But yeah, I just enjoy doing it. It's always good going on the hunt and finding like a rare or limited game you've wanted for a while out in the wild. It's a good feeling. So I enjoy doing that. And for any of you out there as well, if you have any hobbies that you enjoy doing, something that you like that, maybe is off the beaten path or something not many people, put it down in the comments below. I'd love to see what you guys like doing in your spare time when you're not working. So yeah. That was pretty much today, and went and did that, then came back, ate, chilled out for a bit, watched some Simpsons, pretty much just had a chill day at home after that, because we were out for about 5.5 hours. So I definitely got all my outside energy released. Then I decided it was just time to spend the rest of the day kind of inside, chilling, just having a really quiet rest day. It's been a while since I've really had that. A lot of days it's either work or gym, or I'm trying to do something with my drawing. I never just have a real veg out day. So it was good to have this one. And other than that, now I'm here talking to you guys. So yeah. Not a particular topic I really wanted to go into depth about today. Pretty much just recounting how the day was Feeling good on the journey so far, down to 94.6. I believe my starting weight at the start of this was like 99 point something, 99.7, I want to say. So if I do the maths on that, that's already about 5 kilos lost in the space of 12 days, which is pretty good. Keep in mind, probably about 3 kilos of that is water weight, I would say. But either way, 2 kilos in that space of time, that's a pretty healthy amount to lose. It might even be a little bit more than a healthy amount to lose. But we're staying on it. I'm making sure I eat enough protein to keep the guns, got to keep them going. But I'm making sure I'm eating enough protein to fuel my body and, keeping the muscle mass on. I don't want to lose my muscle mass just by losing the weight. Kind of want to do it in an equal way where I'm pretty much toning my body, cutting down some of the fat, but keeping that muscularity. And so far, so good. Yeah. I think that's pretty much it, guys. I haven't got a whole lot, like I said, to really go over. Doing these every day, there are going to be a few days where it's either just me talking about my day, or just, giving a quick check-in about my weight and steps, and that's it, like the video this morning was. But yeah, things are going well. I'm staying on the path. If any of you guys are on a similar kind of path or journey where you're trying to kind of lose weight, do something consistently, whatever it is, even if it's like me posting the 30 days on YouTube and doing the daily weigh-ins and keeping more or less within my calories, if you're on a similar path, that's good. I would just say, and this is the thing I want to kind of get across, because I'll say this before the video ends, I used to be in a kind of self-improvement trap, and it took YouTubers like Elisha Long. There was another dude, I can't remember what his name was. I think it was Frank. Some English dude who made a video on this too, about why going all in is a bad idea. Like why doing the whole monk mode thing is just not sustainable. There are other few people who have kind of talked about this too, I believe. Even Dr. K on the Healthy Gamer channel, I believe he's had some similar train of thought that these other YouTubers, these other guys have had. They're not just YouTubers, they're just guys, just like you and me. But, that thought of like, it's not all about the self-improvement. It's not about fucking jotting down how many days you haven't jerked your dick off or looked at porn, or I'm on a 60-day no-fap streak, and then it's like, oh, my streak's broken, I'm back to the pathetic person I was before, everything is lost, how will I continue? Oh no, I didn't do my cold shower this morning, everything's lost, how will I continue? Oh, I've got to get back on it the next day. Like it's so much pressure to put on yourself to keep up to those standards, and realistically a lot of the reason guys get in that self-improvement space is because they want to change things in their life. They're not satisfied with the job they have, they might not be satisfied with their relationship, they might not be satisfied with just whatever current state of life they're in. And I get that, because I'm not 100% satisfied either. But I've kind of noticed, I'm slowly starting to notice that the thing about it is, and I'll be honest, it's not like I haven't jerked off and done that kind of stuff during this challenge. It's not like I haven't smoked the occasional joint during this challenge. I know when I first did the first video, it was like, I'm not going to have weed, I'm not going to jerk off. But then I kind of realized, I'm like, well, if I'm putting all these things on myself, like, what's it actually going to get me? Because, a big goal of mine, or goals of mine, have been to get a website actually created for my Lollybag mic, my art brand, my art that I do, and to start making my own stickers and to start drawing more. Just to really start drawing more was a real goal of mine, to get back into that. Because I know when I get back into drawing and tap into that energy again, it does good things for me, both just in terms that I'm creating, so it's feeding my soul and making me happier and healthier, I feel like, but it's also furthering my talent in that area, which I feel like I already have a lot of natural talent in, so that's something I should keep doing. And it makes me feel good seeing my pieces completed, and now I've got the t-shirt design that I did for my brother, that happened even during all the stuff of me jerking. Like, it didn't stop me doing that, is what I want to get across. It's not like you instantly get on this self-help routine and you start, cold showers every morning. Oh, I'm not going to jerk off for 60 days. Okay, cool. I'm keeping my sexual energy inside me. And I'm sure there are advantages to that. But those aren't the advantages that are going to necessarily going to change your life, that are going to get you to the spot that you want to be. What's going to get you to the spot that you want to be, or the places you want to be, is just by doing things. And you can do those things regardless or not of whether you're jerking off or not. Now, I get it. It's still not a good idea to be locked in your room day after day, jerking off and doing nothing else. But at that point, jerking off isn't your only problem. You've got a bigger problem where you just don't have anything else to do during the day. So of course you're going to be locked in a room jerking yourself off. If you keep yourself busy and you do drawing, you go out, you do anything other than that, you will find the frequency will be less. And even if you never completely get rid of it from your life, I would, me personally, I don't know about any of you guys, but I would rather a life where I'm building so many of my other things that are actually interesting and exciting to me, and doing them and checking them off, and still occasionally jerking off, whatever I'm doing that I might think is bad, even occasionally watching porn if it comes back. I'm not saying these things are good to do often, and I believe there is even a case for completely getting rid of them from some people's lives. But there are people that do that shit that still function fine, that still get out there and do what they need to do. My point is that self-improvement isn't the magical key that's going to unlock everything for you. You still need to put in the actual work of just doing the actions that will actually get you to where you want to be, the specific actions that will get you to where you want to be. If you want to get a website, you have to go and get a domain name and do all that. And just focusing all your energy on keeping up a nofap streak and not looking at porn isn't going to get you the website. What's going to get you the website is going out and getting the, you know what I mean? Like, it's actually about doing the things that need to be done. And that doing those things will give you a great sense of accomplishment and will make the urge to do all those other non-productive things less. And it'll also make you realize what you really want in life, I think, the more you do it. I'm slowly starting to figure that out. I still don't 100% know what I want, but when I'm acting and doing the things I know I should be doing, I'm getting closer to where I want to be. So I would just say, don't fall into the whole trap of thinking you have to wake up and do these bloody cold showers and 15-minute meditation sessions every morning. Then it's no looking at porn. Oh, if you even look at a woman's ass, oh fuck, what have you done? You ruined it. No, you haven't, man. It's not that serious. Take a step back and realize that action is everything, really. And when you take the actions you should take, or even the ones that maybe you don't want to take, but you do them, even ones that may seem stupid, and you go, that's a retarded thing to do, but you do it, and it'll either have a negative or a positive consequence, and you will learn from that. But you won't really learn much. Like, you will learn a fair bit from doing a nofap challenge the first time. But after doing it the 10th time, or after doing it for a certain number, there's only so much you can learn and gather from that, You can learn much more from doing bad. I'm not saying bad, immoral things are great to do, but that's when you learn the best. I'm not saying go out and murder someone, you learn murder's not right. There are certain things we know aren't good to do. But, more so the fact that you take stupid risks. And obviously don't do it where you're putting your health or life on the line. But sometimes you may do that, without knowing about it. And yeah, that's the point, is to just take those chances, to do those things that you think might or might not be a good idea in the moment, but you will learn something from it, and you will gain valuable insight about yourself and the world from those consequences, negative or positive. And that's really what it's about. It's just about, as one of the guys said in the Discord group, it's just about getting after it, getting after life, going after what you want, kind of thing, and and doing the things that you want to do, like these YouTube videos. I've been wanting to go and just talk in front of the camera for ages. I never really just did it, and I don't know why, because it's simple to get started, and you just got to keep it up. So yeah, just keep it up. Just keep doing you. Actually do the actions. Don't focus on just abstaining from things as if that's actually going to get you anywhere, because more than likely it's not. And then you're just going to be angry, filled with jizz, and just frustrated at the world, but not getting anywhere. And who wants to be like that, right? So get after it, live your life, take some stupid risks, just get out there and live a bit, you know? And that's my overall takeaway. So yeah, that's it. I'm going to go upstairs and chill for a bit, enjoy the rest of the night, and I want the same for you guys. Enjoy the rest of the night or day wherever you are. Have an awesome rest of your weekend, and yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow when I do the next check-in for day 13. Nearly halfway there, fellas. Let's get it. Have a good one.